Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're gonna speak about a map that you should not play in any case. Yes, we're going to speak about Darkman. It took me 50 streams, thousands of retries, several restarts, detailed analyze, and the usage of very specific mechanics of Heroes of Might and Magic 3. We're going to start from a small history and go back to 2017. In Russian forum named Heroes World was published for the first time two Chinese maps by Marlo Stanfield, which had it downloaded from Chinese forum Gamer Home. One of those maps was named Heroes 6424, another one had strange naming, and later it was revealed that it was actually a Darkman. That time nobody thought about playing it, despite a Russian hardcore lover Kolotok, who published very first review in 2018. A year later, Ukrainian streamer Glenn YouTube published on Google Disc a compilation of various Chinese maps, in which where Darkman was in public for many people, but still was left without attention. Nowadays, in discuss about Chinese maps, Heroes-related YouTuber Obi recommended me to play some Darkman. So, after beating hardcore-ish Alcatraz Escape, which is a puzzle map, I decided to pass, as I thought, another regular Chinese map. And I couldn't even imagine what is waiting for me there. Alright, so at the very start, we've got three heroes in three different spots. Each of them has its own mission. And at the first look, you could think that you play three scenarios at once. But however, if you make a mistake in single line, you replay every lines. First 3 days could be considered as the worst that could happen to you in that map. But that's just the beginning of Rising Butthard. Author has given a freedom and a big choice of various goodies, power-ups, dwellings, and whole field for training. You just think like you are in heaven. But once you trigger the turn-in button, your opponent's gonna hit you that everything should be taken insanely accurate. It's like one of the scenes from Disney cartoon Aladdin. When Anya finally escapes from Logistics Specialty Hero, she opens the Snowy Expanses, and there you could think that you have finally passed the beginning and now it's time to rock. The same could be said about Pyre and Luna, but there wouldn't be a review about this map if it was so. You're gonna suffer day by day, almost till the end of scenario. The slower you play, the harder it gets. You can't even imagine how many badass heroes are going to kill you. While exploring the terrain, you will detect prisons, and there heroes count raises to 6, then to 7, to 8, and eventually till 10. Author hasn't given any hints and guides how to play this. And there we come to a specific aspect about this map, which makes a conflict between player and author ideas. We have no goddamn idea what should we do. Even if we master Chinese language, Mapper hasn't given anything. Well, except he posted a warning on Chinese forums that this map needs detailed analyze before you start. And you could think like, it totally sucks to play through the editor, but how could you explain absolutely non-obvious placement of important quest guards? What about that you must get them before the start of 3rd month? And about the Spot of Town portal spell, which is a key to success. Creator has considered a way to beat this in many fake roads, and I think this is really the only map that requires detailed view and planning each step for each hero in order to succeed. If you try to pass this without taking any look in editor, you get a one-way ticket to hell and you urgently need to go to psychologist for recovering your mental illness. Maybe even to psychiatrist. Quest guards are very important, because it would be really hard to collect units. You will be attacked from every corner and all those heroes are so strong that no luck and wise build-up will help you. And here we're gonna underline Mapper sadism. He gives magic resistance to many opponent heroes as a secondary skill, and even worse, in every Dragon Utopia, heroes are able to get magic resistance artifacts, which artificially boosts up suffer and pain during battles. In addition, there is also a randomness between secondary skills. For example, if you mess up Earth Magic, you restart, because skill tree generation triggers at the start of scenario. In my playthrough, I couldn't get Earth Magic on Crackhack, and I had to get Air Magic first in order to get Earth. The waste of skill slot and additional routes to get it raised heaviness in Barbarian line. And that's not at all. The most terrifying aspect is when A heroes exchange troops to each other in such way that one of them becomes ready to eat and another one over godlike kill machine. In my walkthrough, Necromancers gifted troops to Thant, and he has become invincible. I had to force him to buy Cerberuses from Inferno Town and to use specific game mechanics to defeat him in Castle. That fight was actually first one which has given a great boost, and it took me 5,392 rounds to kill. Such exchange happens quite frequently, and due to that, the map was full of godlike dudes. Well, however, author seems like has considered such behavior and has set taverns in 3 towns. Where hit and run tactic isn't allowed, author has set Chains of War to force players to win in a single fight. Also, Mapper allows you to lose and once per week hire only one hero, Caitlyn. It seems like for a reason in which where godlike heroes have Chains of War too. By saying about difficulty, creator knows very well the behavior of A heroes, and he has set a specific amount of spells in spellbook. That allows them to not waste any time and to start to explode and kill you by using Implosion that deals 4, 5, 6 and sometimes even 10,000 of damage. Also, massive slow and haste to make some extra pain. In almost every town there were no spells in Magic Guild. Author knows the game mechanics so well that he hasn't given offensive spells for some heroes in order to prevent them to be killed in siege. Let me remind you the implosion trick. A heroes do not force their units against you if their spell power and offensive spells are much more powerful than yours. If we go deeper, Mapper has fully unarmed all those spot abusers. We all know that every terrain is subterranean while in the underground, and such type has only single spot which is actually blocked in Darkman. The surface luckily has a bunch of them all over the map, which gives you an opportunity to kill the unkillable. It's worth to mention separately about 2 painful heroes, Dessa and Gunnar. The first one will show up on day 2, and the other one will do everything to make you dead, as his logistics specialty level 108 with all set of speed and expert pathfinding, and his forces are so great that won't give you a single chance to confront him. Sometimes you force yourself to hide in Sanctuary, or to change your routes significantly, or to reload days and even weeks just in order to prevent him reaching you. While you run from Gunnar, other heroes as well try to kill you. They are not logistics specialty, but however, they have logistics as secondary skill. You're gonna spend a lot of time just to think what goddamn you're supposed to do and how the hell you should defeat all those beasts facing from each corners. So well, if we talk about Dazai, we can admit nothing really special, just a usual map. Maybe such a classic view didn't trigger any player to download this when it was for the first time published in Russian forums. Well, if my words and warnings didn't scare you, and you on your own risk is ready to deal with the devil, with my great pleasure I'm going to tell you about key moments in this map. Alright, so before you start your adventure, you must check skill tree of all main heroes. Important skills are Earth Magic, Logistics, and Water Magic. Without those skills, scenario is probably just impossible. It would be great if you also get Fire Magic for Crack Hack, for a bonus damage from Frenzy spell in the future. While Zidar, despite on his sorcery specialty, doesn't need Fire Magic as a secondary skill at all, because Armageddon spell, which is needed to defeat opponents, is still at expert level due to Armageddon's Blade property. In order to check the skill tree, don't be afraid to use NWC Neo command. If a skill doesn't show up, restart scenario and check again. It would be also great if you get a nice amount of gold in Dwarven Conservatory here. Plan your routes in advance. First deadline to get Conflux Town is waiting in Luna's line. You should think many times and considering all logistics mechanics while choosing a way. And be ready, you will usually luck for only one move, which will bring a lot of hate and suffer, because sometimes you just need to replan a whole tree of routes because of that. So pointless moves are totally unacceptable.
No! God! No!
So at the beginning, you must free 3 main heroes from prisons as early as it is possible. After, Mr. Orin and his fellow Aina will be busy in getting Tower Town and freeing a key hero Draken here. Be ready for Casino of Might and Magic, enrolling exact spells from Genius and Moral and Luck bonuses. Then you should take Pandora Box from this point after you kill Eivor there. At the same time, Zidar takes Armageddon spell and Pyre goes to exchange Hydra for 12 Sultan Ifriti. They will be needed to take down Fafnir and get his own Pandora Box from this point. In the last line, Craig and Luna take Citadel's town, do tasks from Sear's Hat and forward themselves to this point for last Pandora Box. And it is important to point that despite boxes, there are also Cave Master tents that makes a dependency between lines. And when you get all those goodies, you could think like it's finally over and now you can go and kill everything on your way. Obviously no, the rest will be even harder. Now it's time to combine all lines together. Zidar, after Crackhack's mission, can finally get Boots of Levitation. That artifact allows to get Town Portal for Draken. After visiting Green Cave Master's tent, you can take Armageddon's Blade in exchange of freeing unkillable at that point heroes. After you get the sword, your aim is to get to Loines and give Boots of Levitation to Dragon in order to make him complete the mission for Town Portal. Crackhack is going to kill Sorsha and get bonus units, Archangels and Fairies. Despite already set deadlines, there are another ones in 6 quest guards all over the map. If you late them, that may critically affect on your gameplay and you might really lose. They give a nice amount of units, and since it's very hard to collect troops from weekly growth, a task to be in time has a high priority. Crackhack will be allowed to visit Cartographer in this point, so the rest of the map can be analyzed by yourself. From this point, tutorial can be ended. But there are still some stuff to point out. There is a key quest for Tome of Earth Magic. You should collect 7 natural creatures all over the map. That will give additional town portal for main heroes and also summon of earth elementals. There are also absolutely non-obvious events that you could be triggered accidentally. Some of them are traps, Some contains resources and the rest give you power-ups if you survive an ambush. They're like a unique conservatory. Key boss Malekith, Black Mage level 100 who guards a way to the last hero in prison, Astral. This is the final mission where you will eventually get all needed spells to success: Town Portal, Frenzy, Force Field, Clone, and so on. You will be also able to take Titan's Thunder, which allows Zidar to defeat many bosses by using infinite cast of Titan's Lightning Bolt.
This match will get red hot. Now go!
If we speak about negative sides of this map, there are unfortunately some technical issues. Gundula level 108 is supposed to get out from her spot on first day of third week of second month. But for some reason she could stay on her place for a while. In my playthrough she decided to get out at the end of fourth month. Her debut triggers other very tough heroes to pop up. Well, I can say I got lucky she did it that late. If you also take all towns under orange color while leaving Mutare Drake alone, scenario will be impossible to win, because Mutare will just vanish away. However, her head is needed in some quest guards. In bonus, I gonna post a link in description to a detailed playthrough done by Chinese player. Unfortunately, I can't read his name. There are many pages with screenshots and plans about how you should properly suffer. I played on my own and it was a true pain in the ass. A single fight against Sephiroth was a splendid sadism. In conclusion, I can surely say Darkman is the most hardest Chinese and overall dynamic map ever created, and the only one where you can relax at the very end. Oh, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to vote, let me know if you like it. Please subscribe for more videos. See you next time. Bye bye.
Put your head on my shoulder. Hold me in your arms, baby. Squeeze me oh so tight. Show